What up guys, in today's video I'm going to be talking about the big upcoming fight that's taking place March the 4th. You've got David Haye, a record of 28 wins, lost to 26 KOs, facing Tony Bellew, record of 128, lost to and 18 KOs. Tony Bellew is the WBC Cruiserweight champion. Tony Bellew will be moving up to the heavyweight division to face David Haye March the 4th. It's an intriguing fight. Definitely one of them that's going to be, exciting, and it's got Fight of the Year contender. I do believe David Haye is going to be too much for Tony Bellew. I think at that weight, heavyweight as well, David Haye's punch, his angles, the way he throws his punches out, is going to cause Tony Bellew a lot of problems. Tony Bellew hasn't been hit by anyone as powerful as David Haye. Regardless of what anyone says, look, Adonis Stevenson hit him with them shots and he got stopped in that fight. And regardless of that, I can't see how David Haye, even though David Haye's last two performances that he's had, they've not been against, top 10, top contenders, you can say the least. They've been tune-up fights for him. But regardless of that, I still believe David Haye is too good for Tony Bellew, and he's going to prove it on the night. Tony Bellew, when he knocked out BJ Flores, he went running out of the ring to charge at David Haye, and he started, giving him aggro and verbal abuse. But David Haye just bit his lips and said, right, okay, because we all know when David Haye gets angry and what he can do. And I think in general, this fight, a lot of the British fans wanted this fight. In general, we would have probably liked to see David Haye fight someone like a Shannon Briggs for the WBA heavyweight title. But obviously he's got Tony Bellew because of the reason what Tony Bellew was talking so much smack and giving it him. And to some extent, if David Haye had avoided the Tony Bellew fight, and yeah, it's business at the end of the day. Obviously he's fighting on Sky Sports box office pay-per-view, and he's also promoting the fight as well, so he'll be making a lot of money. And in a business sense, it probably makes a lot more sense facing Tony Bellew and getting on pay-per-view than facing Shannon Briggs. Shannon Briggs is he's a great champion. The way he is, he always uplifts anyone, and the way he does with his inspiration videos, and in general, that Let's Go Champ theme goes around everywhere and it gets everyone crazy. So he is a big name in that sense. But I think once David Haye's taking care of Tony Bellew, then he would obviously be targeting the big fights. He's also mandatory for the winner of Ruiz Jr. and Joseph Parker. So when the winner of those two will have David Haye's mandatory for the WBO belt. So yeah, he's got other avenues he can go across and fight. But in general, this fight with Tony Bellew is going to be interesting. But a lot of people are saying when Tony Bellew hits David Haye, he's going to feel it. But I think David Haye's movement's going to be key in this fight. I think he's going to use, he is very good and he's very smart in the way he boxes in general. He uses all his angles and everything in his arsenal, and them haymakers, the way he lands them shots. I don't think Tony Bellew will be able to withstand that sort of power. Yeah, people say, what if Tony Bellew lands one of David Haye, could rock him. But in general, Vladimir Klitschko caught David Haye flush on the chin with them big shots. I didn't see him getting rocked from them shots as well. So I think at heavyweight, David Haye's, he's definitely a force still in this time. And I've always liked David Haye. I think he's very exciting and he's good for heavyweight boxing. And he will give a lot of top 10 heavyweights a lot of run for the money in general. Because again, he's got the speed, the movement, and he's got the power to give a lot of heavyweights trouble. But let me know what you guys think of the fight itself. Are you guys impressed at the fact that it's been signed and it's taking place, or would you rather that David Haye targeted someone like the heavyweight, any other heavyweight, instead of facing a cruiserweight who's having to move up? And a lot of people in general, you got to understand one thing: David Haye was, undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world, and obviously he lived, only Evander Holyfield did that to move up and win a heavyweight title. So in that sense, David Haye has achieved a lot in that sense, because he was world champion at cruiserweight, and obviously he moved up in weight and fought Value for the WBA heavyweight title and won that. So definitely is exciting for boxing, and I'm really, really looking forward to this fight. I can't wait, because regardless any big fights that take place, they have their own excitement to it. But remember to subscribe to the YouTube page anyway. Triple B Boxing TV. Thank you.